to 4 hours. They only have one border. It's down in the south, and that border is with Saudi Arabia, and that's as well the place where you will find those beautiful dunes and the inland sea for which Qatar is famous. That's where they do the desert safari. So it's this part. That's where the border is. Now Doha is here, where my thumb is. That's the capital city, and we can easily say that's as well like the central part of life, because you can drive around the whole country in 3 to 4 hours. Yes, there are some areas outside of Doha, however, Doha is the central part, and that's where you will find everything. Now the population of Doha is people. Now out of those 3 million, it's only 30% of the Qataris. The rest of us are expatriates. That's why you will observe that there are a lot of different nationalities working and living here, and we are actually the majority. That brings us as well to the second point. Even though Arabic is the official language here, English is widely spoken everywhere, because it's 70% of expats, so anywhere you get and you go, you will manage to speak English. The official religion here is Islam. However, all other religions are welcome, but because Islam is the official religion, you will see a lot of mosques all around the city. You will recognize them. They have always like a tower next to it. That tower is called minaret. Back in the days, someone would climb up and then do the prayer call, and you will hear as well 5 times a day the prayer call here in Doha. Now all other religions are as well here welcome. They even have their places for worship. However, because Islam is the main religion, you will find that in some places there is a dress code. Like for example today for the museums, they expect modest dressing, meaning shoulders covered and knee length of a dress or of a skirt. You will be seeing as well a lot of Qataris today, and you will recognize them based on their clothing. They are wearing their national dress. Their national dress for males looks like a very long white shirt. Now there are some small differences. For example, here in Qatar they have a collar, like on a normal shirt they have a collar, and they have a small pocket on the side. For example, in the United Arab Emirates, it's a round collar. So there are some small differences based on which one you can recognize straight away. Is it a Qatari or an Emirati or someone from Saudi Arabia or Oman? Because of those little differences, you might maybe not notice them necessarily, but they know straight away. And when you learn these things, and today you will know as well. So the Qataris, they have a pocket and a collar. Besides that, they have on something which is called igal, the tassels. I'll show it to you later on. Now please be mindful when you are in certain places. Of course, you are free to make pictures. However, please don't make direct pictures of people, because for that consent is required, like everywhere else. I believe it's in all countries like that. So if you're making a picture directly of anyone, just please be mindful. Either ask them or don't do it. If you're just making pictures of like the place, the mall, whatever, that is perfectly fine. I'm talking now literally when you do this.
Yeah.
All right? So just for your information. And now back to the Qatari clothing. On top of their head, I explained you, they're wearing that long white shirt. It's called dishtash or toque. Now on top of their head they're wearing this. It's called a kafia, and this was as well the inspiration for one of the stadiums. You all know that the FIFA World Cup 2022 was held here in Qatar. It was a huge event, and for that event as well they built a few new stadiums, and this was one of them, and it's called the Al Tumama Stadium, and this was the inspiration. This you put on the head, it's called kafia. They put this on their head, and then on top of this they are putting a white cloth. Now it doesn't have to be white. You will see some other versions as well. You will see like the red and white checkered one. In the winter you will see as well like a beige colored one, and the material is much more thick than this one because of the wind. So they fold it into a triangle, and then they put this on top of their head. Now what holds everything together is an igal, and it's this one. This is called an igal. And now what's very specific for Qataris are those tassels at the end. Can you see them? That's specific for Qatari, so you know straight away it's a Qatari. This holds everything together, and it's a little bit heavier, so it doesn't blow off from your head, especially when there is wind. And there is a lot of wind here, because I've shown you how Qatar looks. It's a small peninsula, so there is a lot of wind, especially in the winter months. They put this on their head and then it holds everything together. Now it had another use back in the days and it was linked to animals. Does anyone know what it could be? I'm going to help you out. Camels. They would remove it from their head and then they would tie the front feet of the camel so it doesn't run away if they are going somewhere. So they make sure that the camel stays in the same place. I'll show you now how. Okay. And back in the days as well, this was made from camel hair and as well from goat hair. Anyone wants to try? You want me to give it around so you can try it and make some pictures?
Is that for male or female?
This is now for the male. We are talking now about the clothes for male. So that white long shirt and as well this headwear, this is all for males. If anyone wants to try and make some pictures, I'm happy to give it around. Sure. Here we go. So you put this. People love to make pictures with this. Let me just fold it for you. So you see, you put this on your head.
How about the female?
Female, I'm talking about it now.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about it now. You want me to put it for you on? For you?
Yes, no allow shoes.
Careful, okay. All right. So of course they will do it now a little bit nicer. No, it will be like perfectly
Video.
folded. We can't do that now. We're on a ride. But it looks nice on you. Magnificent building. It was designed like a desert rose. A desert rose is a mineral formation which you can find here in Qatar in the desert. You can even buy yourself something like that as a souvenir. This was a very unique project, and the construction lasted 10 plus years, and it was designed by Jean Noël, a French architect. Now they incorporated as well an old palace into this museum. So when we finish with the galleries, then we enter into the old palace and you can even make pictures of the old palace. Now unfortunately 5 of the galleries are undergoing renovation.